Hey guys, Focus here. Alright, so the fresh season for Splatoon is just around the corner, and Squid Research Lab has been posting a whole bunch of news. So I'm gonna cover everything that we've been shown so far. Got him. Yeah, I can get the PC. I want the DC. Let's go. No way! Oh. Wow, I just got blasted in the face, bro. Huh? Hold on, I'll be back. Hold on. Did you like that? Well, you can get more of that over at my stream, twitch.tv/imtcfocused. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Alright, back to the video. For starters, we have the Kraken Royale returning from Splatoon 1, but now it also has a charge attack. This special is interesting because it seems while in the Kraken Royale, you can still jump, squid surge, and squid roll, which will give this special a high skill ceiling. Here we have a new special, the Super Chump. Pretty much you set down what looks like a turret and it launches around 6 or so decoys, which will explode shortly after landing. I think this is a very interesting special and I'm curious to see how it gets used in rank. The first new weapon is the Kraken Roller, returning from Splatoon 1. This roller's kit is Squid Beacon for sub and Kraken Royale for special. This is a pretty aggressive kit. I won't really be using it, but it does seem like a lot of fun if you enjoy being in the face of danger. Next we have the 96 Gal Deco. The kit for the 96 Deco is Splash Wall for sub and Kraken Royale for special. This would be great for slowing pushes in ranked play or to add cover in skirmishes out in the open. I may find myself using this weapon from time to time if I ever want to mix it up. This is the Duck Hunt Gun. Also known as the NZEP 89. The 89's kit is Auto Bomb for sub and Super Chump for special. This is a fun looking kit, it looks really nice for frontline gameplay, perfect for exposing any ninja squids out there and forcing out the chargers. The Clash Blaster Neo. It's running Curling Bomb for sub and Super Chump for special. To be honest, I'm not certain as to how I feel about this kit. It doesn't seem bad, but I just can't imagine how it would be used. I mean, hey, if you're a fan of Curling Bombs and Clash Blaster, then this may be exactly what you're looking for. Alright, this one is a little interesting. We have the Firefin Charger returning, except this is no ordinary Firefin Charger. This right here is the new and improved Zeko and Firefin collab charger. We'll come back to see what Zeko and Firefin are doing later. This charger's kit is Splash Wall for sub and Triple Ink Strike for special. Moving on, we have the Splash-O-Matic Neo. The Splash Neo's kit is Suction Bomb for sub and Triple Ink Strike for special. I think this kit is great, but not only has it been brought to my attention, but I have also witnessed how ridiculous the Splash-O-Matic is. To put simply, it needs a nerf. Okay, the Custom Jet Squelcher. Its kit is Toxic Mist for sub and Ink Storm for special. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan. I feel as though Ink Storm is better on weapons that can spread ink well, and I don't think the Jet Squelcher does that. The Tri-Slosher Nouveau. Its kit is Fizzy Bomb for sub and Tacticooler for special. I think this is pretty cool. I like the Fizzy Bomb for inking and hurting enemies who run or are ranged, and Tacticooler is just great to have. It gives amazing buffs and an instant revive. I may also find myself messing around with this from time to time. After that is the Neo Sploosh-O-Matic, with its kit being Squid Beacon for sub and Killer Whale 5.1 for special. This kit is a little weird. The beacon is okay, but I feel Killer Whale excels on weapons that have a lot of range. But maybe this will be good for the Sploosh, to help combat the range it lacks. Here is the L3 Nozzle Nose D. The kit is Burst Bomb for sub and Ultra Sand for special. Okay, I really like this. I don't know about you guys, but I struggle a bit with landing every burst shot with the Nozzle Nose. So having a Burst Bomb as a sub is huge! And last, we have the Rapid Blaster Deco, with Torpedo as sub and Inkjet for special. This is an amazing kit. Torpedo is a fantastic sub, and mixed with Inkjet just screams having a blast. Definitely a weapon any blaster lover out there needs to try. We have a new stage and it looks pretty cool, although the only issue I have is that it shares something in common with our current stages, and that's that they are way too open. Yeah, there are obstacles, but that only does so much. Don't get me wrong, I love the shape and the different platforms around the stage, but I feel Splatoon 3 needs more maps like Walleye Warehouse, where you have to thoroughly check to make sure no one is lurking around the corner, or where there are separate paths you can take that block you off from the center. It's maps like those that keeps playstyles fresh with different ways to play a map. Alright, Monte Maria is returning from Splatoon 2. From the looks of it, nothing has changed, which is great for Monte Maria fans like myself. There's multiple routes to the center and risky routes to the enemy side, which can be fatal if you're caught in the action. There isn't much worth mentioning with clothing aside from having 9 items in the gear shop opposed to the current 6. And the Zekko and Firefin collab. Now Zekko and Firefin are awesome brands and have some amazing articles of clothing, but what's so crazy about this collab is the potential for other brands collaborations, like maybe a Barazushi and Tony Kensa collab, or Amperi and Embers. Let me know what you guys think. They added a new feature where players can connect the lobbies together and send notifications to one another, and also invite others in the lobbies to join your battle. This is a really cool way to connect with friends you make in-game. I just feel they need to incorporate a messaging system of some kind so that you can exchange the codes for these new pools they added. Also, Deep Cut will now shout out a team during a Splatfest for winning a 10 times battle. They didn't specify 100 times or 333 times battles, but I think they'll shout those victories out as well. The time has finally come. I've wished for this the second it was revealed before the game came out. You can now play Table Turf online. A room can have up to 10 players at a time and 8 if you're local in the shoal. They're also adding another 23 cards. Now this is huge, no pun intended. We are getting a new Salmon Run boss, the Ouroboros. We don't know much about it right now other than that it flies. We also have the next big run date, which is March 3rd at 4 p.m, I believe that's PST, to March 5th at 4 p.m. The big run will take place at Inkblot Art Academy. They are also adding a new mode to Salmon Run, Extra Work. In Extra Work, you work with your friends to get as many golden eggs as you can. There are 5 waves instead of 3, and everyone shares the same job scenario, so it's recommended to come up with a strategy with your team. Last but certainly not least, they're bringing back the Salmon Run outfits from Splatoon 2, alongside a new blue and yellow fit and a black and brown fit, which can all be purchased in the gear shop at Grisco. Okay, so while I was recording this video, Nintendo just dropped the patch notes for version 3.0, which is the new season coming out. Alright, so let's just take a quick look at it. So this is all for version 3.0. I'll look at more like things that are happening with multiplayer. The Kraken Royale, so we talked about it, but they added the controls. Pretty much jumping is normally with B, and the charge attack is with ZR. You'll be vulnerable for a moment before and after transforming, but you won't take any damage from attacks while transforming. It makes it so you can't panic button it. The super chunk, aim and scatter a bunch of balloon-like decoys in a certain area. Markings that look like super jump landing spots will display on the ground where the decoys will land. The decoys can be destroyed if hit with an attack. Decoys that aren't destroyed will explode after a certain amount of time, inking the turf around them and dealing damage. It didn't say how much damage they're going to do, and it also doesn't say whether or not the turret itself can be destroyed, like before it launches all of them. We talked about all the weapons. Big Swig, roughly doubled the amount of damage to non-player objects, splash balls, umbrellas when striking them with aim. That's crazy. The Big Swig, I feel like didn't really have much of a purpose before, because all it really was good at was just inking the area, and you'd almost never really use it. Like, there are better options, but now it actually has a purpose aside from, inking. That's really cool. Burst Bomb increased the amount of time it takes for the ink to begin recovering after being used by about 0.16 seconds. It's a nice nerf. It's not too crazy. It's just Burst Bomb was really strong, and I guess I wouldn't say it needed a nerf, but nerfing it is nice. It is an amazing sub. The Trizuka damage up to crab tank armor is increased by 20%. That's crazy. Fantastic. Made it easier to activate the effect from the special power-up gear ability even when the player only has a few items with that gear ability equipped. The effect gained from equipping the maximum number of special power-up gear abilities will not change. Cool. Inkjet damage dealt to crab tank armor increased by 2.5 times. That's insane. Ultra Stamp damage dealt to crab tank armor is increased by 3 times. That's actually like crazy. The crab tank is like so much weaker now. I mean, like, they didn't like nerf the crab tank itself, they more so buffed everything else that dealt damage to the crab tank. So the crab tank is still a crab tank, but it's like they're not as strong as they were before, mainly because everything else did like nothing to it. The points necessary for the main specials: air spray is 80 or 180 now, so everything went down 10. Air spray 190 to 180, hand zap went from 190 to 180, tri slosher 190 180, ballpoint 200 190, tri stringer 200 190. Let's go, tri stringer! Change the terrain in some stages for some modes and reduce the impact of weapons shooting from far away. Oh, this is amazing. Yotel Alley, Hagglefish Market, Mincemeat Gunner Works, Hammerhead Bridge, Museum Delfonso, Mahi Mahi Resort, Mako Mart, Wahoo World. These are all getting terrain changes for these modes. I'm not going to go down the whole list. There's a lot of modes here. This is amazing. I'm really hoping it's not just like a new route. It also adds some verticality to the maps. They're pretty like leveled, which kind of sucked, but you know, I'm hoping this change is like the best. Okay, I'm really hoping for a lot with these changes. Some maps really need a flank. Other maps really need verticality. That's the best I can put it, honestly. Changes to Salmon Run. It's all okay. We already talked about that. Connectivity, Splatfest. Change the amount of XP required to level up Splatfest T. Splatfest Ts with more gear abilities will no longer require more XP to level up than those with fewer gear abilities. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Although it may seem bad, going from 0 abilities 2,000 to 7,500, the changes afterwards: 1 ability is 500 less, 2 abilities is nearly half, 3 abilities is at least 3 times less. This is like crazy. This right here is an amazing change. Oh my god. Grinding for ability chunks during Splatfest is now like so much easier. This is heaven. Table Turf is now possible to play Table Turf against friends. We talked about that. You can watch a game between 2 players by approaching them and pressing the A button. That is crazy. Not only are you able to play with your friends live, you can also watch them live. I didn't know you'd be able to watch them. It's great. Change to the lobby as a jukebox. That's cool. You pay 100, you can change the music in the lobby. Alright, back to the outro. Alright, that's all the information we got. Let me know what you guys are most excited for, or what you want them to include in the new season. Also, what are your thoughts on the new Zekko and Firefin collab, or any of the new weapons? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know in the comment section below. That'll do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, then be sure to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe or turn on notifications to be aware of my next post. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay focused.